So, when does a song stop being just a song and become a weapon? Today, we're diving into the work of a musician, El Makabelico. His music is part of this really controversial genre called narco corridos, which are basically songs telling stories from inside the world of drug cartels. And his work has put him at this incredibly dangerous crossroads, right where art, crime, and propaganda all smashed into each other.
All right, let's just jump right in with the heaviest accusation you could possibly throw at someone. One source we're looking at doesn't mince words at all. They just come right out and say it. El Makabelico is a terrorist. That single, blunt statement, well, it sets the stage for this entire controversy we're breaking down.
Okay, so to really wrap our heads around this, we've got to look at the specific claims being made against him. You can almost think of this part as, the prosecution's opening statement. And like I said, the source is super direct. First up, they label him a criminal. Pretty straightforward, right? It puts him squarely on the wrong side of the law. But it definitely does not stop there. Nope. It escalates, and it escalates fast. The label gets a huge upgrade, going from just criminal all the way to terrorist. And that word, that carries so much more weight, doesn't it? The implications are way more serious. This is really where the whole thing just ignites. So this isn't just some vague accusation. They're connecting all the dots here. They claim he has direct ties to a specific group, the Cartel Del Noreste. And the real kicker? They're saying his music isn't just music. It's a tool. It's straight up propaganda for the cartel. And this is super important to understand. The criticism isn't just, oh, these lyrics are too violent. No. The core of the accusation is that these songs are built on purpose to be propaganda, that they're intentionally designed to push the cartel's agenda. Okay, so we've heard the accusation. Now let's look at the evidence. Let's actually dig into the song that's at the center of all this and see what this supposed propaganda sounds like. We're going to check out the lyrics from his song Adios Mama, which, means goodbye mom. And right away, you see the problem. This thing doesn't kick off with threats or, bragging about cartel life. Not at all. It starts with the last words of a dying man. And what's he doing? He's asking his mom for forgiveness. And the deeper you go into the lyrics, the more you see this theme of regret. He's saying he's sorry, that he knows his mom just wants him to be alive. He even talks about standing before St. Peter at the gates of heaven, and he's totally sure he's not getting in. I mean, this is a story about damnation, right? Not glory. So this is where it gets complicated. To really get a grip on this whole argument, we have to break down the song's message. What's the story it's really trying to tell? Oh, the song lays out a pretty clear journey, almost like it's in 4 acts. First, the narrator owns his identity. I've got a record, I live the mafia life. Then, he talks about what he does. I was shooting because I'm a delinquent. This all leads to him meeting the angel of death, and bam, it ends with his last breath. It's a whole story, from start to finish, and it's a tragic one. And this is where you can really see the 2 sides of the song right next to each other. On the one hand, he's just stating a fact. I have a mafia life. But then, look at the other side. He talks about the cost, saying, my soul was dead. That's a huge contrast between the life he's living on the outside and what's happening on the inside. And then there's this line, which just seems to sum up the whole fatalistic vibe of the song. Whatever you are, the earth swallows you. It's basically saying it doesn't matter who you think you are, this is where you end up. That sounds a lot like a warning, doesn't it? Like, this road only goes one way. Okay, so let's pull back for a second and look at the big picture. You've got the official denouncement on one side and the artist's story, told through the song, on the other. And this all boils down to one central question. And this is it. This is the big one at the heart of this whole debate. Where's the line? When does just showing a violent world cross over into promoting it? How can a story that seems like a warning also be seen as a recruiting tool? You can see the 2 perspectives laid out so clearly here. One side, the denouncement, sees a terrorist criminal making propaganda. The other side, the song itself, tells the story of a dying delinquent full of regret giving a warning. I mean, you can't get 2 more different interpretations of the same thing. And that's, right there, is why this is so tricky. The music itself holds both pieces of the puzzle. It absolutely shows the mafia life, no doubt. But it also shows you in pretty graphic detail what the price is. It doesn't back away from the crime, but it sure doesn't back away from the consequences either. So we'll leave you with this question to chew on. Can a song be both things at once? Can it be a confession and a recruitment tool? When you describe a lifestyle with that much detail, are you automatically making it look cool, even if you tack on a tragic ending? It's a tough one, and there's definitely no easy answer.